I just want to start off with the breath. So we're going to just refocus ourselves, reset ourselves, and then we'll move into the yoga, okay? So back is up nice and tall, chest is lifted, shoulders rolled back. We're going to close off the eyes just for a moment, hands on your knees, softening into the elbows. Taking a nice deep inhale through the nose. Expanding through the ribs, and then you're going to exhale out through the mouth. So we're going to just release that breath. Now, I know some of you have been having a real sort of nightmare sort of day, week of it. So really, as you inhale and to expand the ribs even more, and as you exhale, release that breath, really strong exhalation of that breath. Just let it all go, just shake it off. Another deep inhale. Opening up those ribs, maybe starting to lift and lengthen the back. Exhale. Good. Now the next two breaths we're going to bring into the more standard form of breathing in yoga. So in and out through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhaling out through the nose. If you have Ujjayi breath, please use it. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Inhale. Exhale. And just find a sense of calm beginning your practice. So remember, you're here today on this mat for you and you alone. This is your time for you to find movement within your body. Take a deep inhale, reach the arms up tall. So we're going to extend the arms up nice and high. And we're going to exhale, take the hands forward in front of you. Nice long stretch, opening up the upper back and just shaking off the head. So taking a deep inhale here, opening up through the traps and through the lower part of the scapula. So inhaling and exhaling. Good. Do that one more time. Inhale. Be really aware of this breath coming to the upper back. And maybe exhaling. And as you exhale, just see if you can sink the head down a fraction more. Just shake that head off for me, okay? So really just release. Inhale. Now as we exhale, I want you to slowly start to walk the fingers forward and roll over on your legs onto your knees. So we're going to come into tabletop for me. So spreading the fingertips nice and wide, we're just going to open up into cat-cow, exhaling chin into chest, drawing the tummy up and in. And then as we inhale, draw the chest forward, drawing the shoulder blades back. Good. Well done. Exhale, chin into chest, tummy pulled up and in. Inhale, draw the chest forward. Exhale, tuck the toes in for me. Now, sink back into those toes for a moment. Take your fingers and just pull the little toes underneath you. They tend to sort of try and get away from you here. So just press into those toes. Find a little stretch here. And we're going to walk our hands all the way up. So we're going to get into that nice little toe stretch. So when we run, we tend to kind of ignore the feet. We do all the quad stretches and the hamstring stretches, but not really opening up the feet. So holding this nice stretch here. If it gets too uncomfortable, just release the feet, okay? Deep inhale, reach your arms up tall. And as we exhale, take the left arm over to the right leg, and you're going to bring this right arm behind you, extending the right arm back for me, okay? So finding that little twist. Now, some of you will be maybe a little bit tighter, maybe the arms are out here, that's fine as well. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, maybe just draw the arm back a fraction more. See if you can look over your shoulder and maybe take the hand behind you for a half bind. Again, only do this if that feels right for you. Inhale, unravel yourself. Take the hands to the floor. Give those feet a little pat. And then start to feel a bit achy. Okay, let's tuck those toes back in again. Let's sink back into those toes. If you need to adjust your little toes, just get those little toes under. And then roll it back up. So we're going to do the same again on the other side. So back is super tall. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, take the right arm forward, the left arm is coming back. I'm just a little bit restricted in space on my room, so if you need to bend the arm, that's fine. And then if you want to take that half bind, taking the arm behind you, looking over the shoulder, that's great as well. and then bring it back in. Take the hands back down to the floor, give your feet a little pat, good. Okay, so from here, we've already opened up those toes. Now we want to work into the roof of the foot. So we're going to sink the heels back, and we're sinking into the heels. So from here, I'm just going to take a central position so you can see me a little bit better. You're going to take your hands behind you and walk the hands back. Keep walking them back. And then when you feel comfortable, you're going to just lift the chest up to start with. And then if you're happy to, you're going to start to roll into the backs of the feet. Just find what feels good for you here. So you're going to start to roll back and feel that stretch into the roof of the foot. Maybe lift the chest up a little bit higher. Just find what feels right for you here. Now, I know that some of you struggle a little bit getting into the heels here. So if that is a problem, and I think I've shown you before, you're going to just press the foot into the floor here and more in a plank position. So whatever feels right for you here, either there or into the seated position. If you're in the seated position, nice deep inhale. We're going to exhale. We're going to roll forward back into tabletop. Everybody meeting back into tabletop. Good. Okay, so from here, tuck those toes back in for me. Press out into our plank. Now we're going to have a little bit of core strength work in here for you. So for those of you who haven't done this before, we're going to press into the hands, broadening the shoulders. Now from here, we're imagining we're pressing this forearm outwards. So we're pressing the forearms out, and we start to squeeze the heels back. So pushing the heels back, pressing the forearms out. Good. So hold it here. Just wait for you to all come in and join me. Good. So into that plank. And then you're going to imagine drawing the heels of the hands towards the toes. Everything's really shaking now. For 4. Breathe. 3, 2, 1, and release the knees. Good. From here, taking that left foot back for me again. Now this time we're taking the left foot back and we're just going to rock into the ankle. So we're making our way up. So we're going to work our way all the way through this body here, opening up through the ankles, through the toes, the roof of the foot here. And then maybe a little circle. Just feed it gently here. And maybe switch direction. Good, and then switch sides. Let's go to the other side. So same again, little movement through the toes, working back and forth through the ankles. Inhale. Exhale, and then a little bit of a rotation through the ankle. Good. Switch direction. Well done. And release back into tabletop. Good. So we're drawing up into the tummy. We're watching the weight going into our hands. So we're spreading those fingertips as wide onto the mat as you can. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, good. So we're going to look to sink the hips over to the right, looking over our left shoulder, opening up into the hips. And then inhale, exhale, release the other side. Inhale, exhale, switch sides. Inhale, exhale, switch sides. If at any point your wrists become too painful for any reason, you can also come onto forearms doing the same movement, sinking side to side, okay? Whatever feels good here. Okay, so from here, take a nice deep inhale. We're going to take the right leg back, and we're working a little bit of strength into this. So we're going to take the leg over behind us, and we're going to squeeze that leg up and over, and we're going to go for 10, 9, 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Switch sides. Take the left leg back, bring it across behind the other leg, looking ahead, keeping the hips facing down. Inhale, lifting up and over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're really trying to engage the glutes here. 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring the knees back in. Now we're going to do a little bit more of a hip opener. So we're taking the right leg back, and I want you to take this leg behind you, just like you did just a moment ago for that rainbow. And we're going to sink the back knee down behind us. Okay, so I'm going to show you from behind, just in case that doesn't make any sense at all. So from here, we're taking the knee behind us here. And as we go down, we're going to start to sink the bottom down. So you start to walk ourselves all the way down till our bum is sat down and our feet can be to the outside. So we're not sitting on our feet in any way whatsoever. Okay. I will give a variation on this in a moment. So you can come either down to this position here. If this is too much for you, you can come onto your back and you can take a figure of 4 pose and just draw the knee in for me, okay? So there's a slight modification to your standard cow pose. So for those in cow pose, taking it back, we're going to roll it all the way back and sitting up nice and tall. Okay, so chest is lifted, the legs are crossed, back is up tall. For those on your back, I want you to take the back of the thigh and draw the thigh in towards the chest. For those of you sitting up, we're going to take the right hand to the left knee and draw the left arm behind us, a little twist. Okay, so we're working our way all the way around, maybe looking over the shoulder. How's that feeling, guys? Okay? Good, nice, deep inhale. And imagine as you exhale, softening into the hip a little bit more, pulling that thigh in towards you a little bit more if you're on your back. And then gently release, exhale and release. Rolling over onto your knees. For those who are on your back, just switch legs. And we're going to go to the other side. So take the left leg now behind the right. So it's taking that right leg behind us. And we're going to slowly walk ourselves all the way back. Bringing the feet out, knees on top. So we're trying to stack the knees as best as we can. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Back is up tall, chest is lifted. Inhale. And then take that left hand to the right knee and we're going to exhale, walking our way around. So opening up the chest, inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, slowly unravel. And we're going to walk ourselves back into tabletop. So everybody coming back into tabletop for me. So let's bring in our down dog. Okay, so we're tucking those toes in. Take a deep inhale. Open up the chest, exhale, push into the backs of the toes, sink the bum up to the sky and walk those feet out. If you're feeling really tight today, especially the hamstrings, just be super gentle with yourself. Maybe draw the knees in a little bit closer, really working through. So we're looking to rotate the shoulders out. Keep moving through for me, just having a little look at you though. And imagine you're sinking the shoulder blades towards each other so it allows your head to sink down between the arms. And you can also walk your feet in a bit closer towards your hands if you're finding you're struggling to get the heels down. That's normally the biggest problem. So getting the feet a bit closer makes it a little easier to get those heels a little bit closer to the ground. Again, don't worry if that's not possible at this point in time. Nice deep inhale. Now from here, exhale, we're going to roll the body forward into plank. So just hold it super, super strong. Nice long plank. If you need to adjust your feet, that's fine. Keep the tummy pulled up and in. And we're going to sink into the knees, chest, elbows tucked into the chest, and then release the chest down. Elbows are tucked in, and then we're going to inhale into cobra. So drawing the chest up. Now, if for any reason cobra's too much, just come into mini cobra for me, okay? Deep inhale. Exhale and child's pose. So knees out to the side for this extended child's pose, feet together, arms nice and long. Again, for those of you who do struggle with getting the bottom back, just work towards this for me. Even if you're just here and it's maybe a case of just holding it here, that's fine. We can slowly work our way back as we get more and more flexible. Okay, breathe it out. Relax the forehead to the floor. And we're going to come back up on those fingertips again, like we did at the beginning of the session. So bring the fingertips up high, and we're opening up into the shoulders here. Inhale. Exhale, soften down into the forehead, the shoulders, and the elbows. And now this time, inhale, come back up to rise, tabletop. Okay, so tuck those toes back in again for me. And we're going to go back into down dog. So pressing back into the toes, you're pressing the bottom up to the sky. We bring the feet in, walk them forward if you need to. And think about rotating the shoulder out, okay? So to do that, we turn the eyes of the forearms to the front of the room, okay? So we have the crook of our elbow and the crook of the elbow we want facing out. So we just turn those elbows in. That helps us to rotate the shoulders and therefore in the right position. How are we doing, okay? Okay, nice deep inhale. Now exhale, come back into plank again for me. Walk it out if you need to again. Good. And then from here, let's go for a side plank. So modification, knee to the floor, take the left foot to the side, and we're going to reach up. For those who would like to go to full side plank, we're going to roll over onto the blade of the foot. Make sure that the wrist is directly under the shoulder. And we're going to look over the left shoulder and reach up tall, all the way to the sky. Imagine pressing away from the earth. Deep inhale. Exhale, take that top arm overhead if you can. Find that strength in your core. And release. Bring it down into plank for me. Well done. Okay, let's do the same again on the other side. Well done, ladies. So let's come over onto the left blade of the foot or on the knee if you need to. Look over your right shoulder. Inhale, reach up tall. Press those hips up to the sky. Really reach up high. Lengthen through these ribs. Reach overhead. Nice and long. Exhale and release. Good. Right, now bend into the knees. So we're doing a turbo dog. So we bend into the knees. We look ahead. Now, if you have a jump, bring your jump in for this. Otherwise, you can just step to the outside of your hands for Malasana. Okay, so your yogic squat. So we're going to jump forward, taking the hands to the outside of our feet or walk forward. I don't mind, whichever works best for you here. And we take it really functional, okay? So take the hands forward for me and let's just work through this wherever you are. Again, if you find you're struggling to really bend properly through the knee, we can just be up a little bit higher, whatever's gonna allow your body to do, okay? So even if you're up a little bit higher, we need to move out through here, that's fine. If you can come down, that's great as well. Good. Now, if you can, you're going to see if you can sink the knee down to the ground. And I'll just show you what I mean from the front here. So you'll be here and we're going to see if we can go in and then come in and then in. So we're opening up and bringing the knee in. Just take your time with this one. Okay, well done. And then let's just sink it back down into that yogic squat now. So we're going to take the elbows inside the thighs. Lift the chest up. Now take your blocks if you need it. I don't care how high you've got to be. If you need to be right up here, almost seated, be seated, okay? That's absolutely fine. We want to try and find that stretch on the adductor here. So opening up into the hip. So if you want to be here, that's fine. Otherwise, come down and we can work our way down. You can get lower and lower as it feels right. Good. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, take the hands in front of you now for me. So we're going to press the bottom up to the sky. We're going to turn toes facing forward. Good. And release the head. Just shake that head off. And we're going to move into those hips. So we're kind of working through the knees, opening up the adductors, the hamstrings. So just work side to side. So it's kind of like a narrow forward folded version of a Skandasana. So not going quite so deep like we would in Skandasana. Good, so keep it here. Inhale. Exhale, get back to that breath. Inhale. Exhale, just release. Just so you know, all that crap that's going on in your head, just let it go, okay? Inhale. Exhale, well done. One more time. Exhale, well done, and release. Right now, from here, let's just grab hold of the elbows for a moment, shake that head off. Just releasing any tension through the shoulders, the neck, and the head. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. It doesn't matter how much you're forward folded. I don't need to see you flat as a pancake. I just want you to be able to hang here for a moment. Inhale. Exhale. So we're going to work a little bit more deeply into these hamstrings, which are always going to get tight when we do running. So taking the hands back in front of us, we're going to walk the feet towards each other. So bring the feet together. And taking the hands ahead of you to start with, we're going to take the right hand in front of the right foot. And we're going to bend into the right knee. And you're going to start to already feel the stretch coming up through the left leg. And now we're going to add in that twist. So we'll draw the chest forward first. Try not to collapse into your legs. Draw it forward and then open the body up tall. Good. So really lift up and really lengthen here. Inhale. Well done, all of you. Good. Exhale. Now, if you want to take your half bind, by all means do. You don't have to here, but if you have it and you want to add a little bit into this today, take that little twist. So we're taking that top arm just behind us, maybe grabbing hold of the thigh, maybe not, doesn't matter. Okay, so draw it up. Inhale. Exhale. So really working into the IT bands, working into hamstrings, and you're probably feeling this a little bit in the adductors and the groin possibly. Release, unravel yourself. Just give those knees a little wiggle. Just let that body go. Okay, same again. Left hand in front of the left foot. Bend into the left knee this time. It will be quite apparent to you straight away which leg is probably feeling tighter. And we're straightening through the right leg. Inhale, reach up to rise. Big, 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 big length. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe taking this hand behind you if you want to again. So you're wrapping the hand around, maybe grabbing hold of the thigh, maybe back of the lower back, and little stretch here. So getting a shoulder stretch as well as the leg stretch. Like I said before, you can just keep your arm up here for me. How's this feeling? Well done. Yeah, lovely, ladies. Good. Unravel yourself. Give yourself another little wiggle. Right. Always important to try and take that weight out of the backs of the hamstrings. So we're going to just take the hands down. And I want you just to rock forward slightly into the hands to take the pressure out of the backs of the legs. So nice deep inhale. Press away into the hands. Inhaling and exhaling. Soften down back into the heels. Roll forward back into the toes a little bit, maybe come up a little bit higher into the toes. Heels coming off the floor. Exhale, roll the feet back down. One more time. Inhale, come into the toes. Exhale, release all the way down. Good. And then take the fingertips and either underneath the toes themselves, or if you can, all the way to underneath so that you've got the mound of the big toe on the pad of your hand here, okay? So you're going to basically stand on your hands, okay? Taking that hands underneath and just give your hands a little massage. So you can bend into the knees if you need to. If you're really struggling here, your hamstrings are super tight, bend those knees or extend, whatever feels right. So just take a moment here, breathe, inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Exhale and gently release. From here, take a nice deep inhale. Now grab hold of your block for me. Take your feet about a block width apart, okay? And you're going to take the block and place it in between your thighs for me, okay? If you haven't got a block, a book, or a cushion is fine as well. So from here, we're in this position, half lift. Squeeze that block for me. Now, the reason I'm going to get you to do this, normally I'll get you to just stand up without the block, but just to take some pressure out of the hips, we press into this block, bend into the knees, and we're going to come into chair pose. So bring the arms up. And remember, think about the tilt of your pelvis. So we tip the tailbone under flexion, flattening out the back, pulling the tummy in. Arms are super long. Good. Nice deep inhale. Press that block. And you can straight away feel the difference between that support of the block to just using your thighs alone. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, root to rise all the way to the top. Exhale, take the hands down. Well done. Okay, just shake it off. Okay, so we're going to come back into that chair pose that we just did with the block. So sweep the arms up, deep inhale. Interlace the hands for me. Press the hands up as high as they will go. Draw the tummy muscles in. If you find you start naturally sticking the bum out, tuck the bum under. Okay, so we're tucking the tailbone under. Back is long, and we're going to find a nice long stretch into the side body. Inhale, back to center. Release to the other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the hands all the way down. Bend into the knees, sweep the arms up, chair pose. Tuck that tailbone under. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Release, take the hands all the way back down again. Take that block away for me now. And placing the hands down into the ground, we're going to step both feet back, coming into plank. Nice deep inhale. Pull the tummy muscles in. Exhale, down dog. So walk the feet in a fraction for me. Just give yourself a little wiggle here. Okay, taking the right knee into the chest. So we're going to step that right foot to the top of your mat and sink the back knee down for me. Good. So just drawing the knee forward and back. Now to start with, we can just do it really gently. If you do have a couple of blocks to hand, you can use your blocks as well. So if you find you're struggling to get your leg back and still be touching the floor, you can use your blocks to the outside of the legs, and that will just help you a little bit more in that stretch. So gently moving forwards and back, opening up the back of the toes, walk it forward, inhale, exhale, bring it back. Inhale, draw it forward, exhale, bring it back. Good, one more time. Inhale, draw it forward. Now keep it here for me. Either stay on your blocks, or if you're kind of happy with your hands on the floor, that's fine as well. And we're going to start to sink forward into that front knee. So really finding some length in that front knee there for me. Good. Deep inhale. Exhale, maybe you can sink even more. And you're feeling this stretch coming into the hip flexor here. Good. Now this time, come all the way back up to neutral. Sweep the arms up tall. Palms together, release the back foot. So you're pushing into the back shin. So reach up as high as you can, bend the elbows, and a little back bend if you can. If you find back bend to aggravate your back or your chest, anything like that, don't do it. Inhale, exhale, take the hands down. Now we're going to come into lizard. So really opening up these hips and thighs. So palms are in front of you, taking the foot to the outside of the mat, just gently moving forwards and back, okay? So this time not so far back, because we're going to actually just have a little circular movement here, so working through here. Again, if you find when you're in this position, it feels like you're almost curving the back, you can use your blocks and place your blocks underneath your hands. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so do whatever feels good. Sometimes, you know what, it's just got to be restorative, it's got to feel right for you. And sometimes our bodies just don't want to do that. Okay, now from here, whether you've got your blocks or not, you're going to walk the hands over to your left. So your right leg should be in front. So bringing the hands over to the left. And if you can, you're going to come down onto your forearms. If you need your blocks, take the blocks underneath as well for me, okay? So bring the forearms down, nice deep inhale. Exhale, soften down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly come to rise. Now, from here, we're going to walk, keep the foot outside, and we're going to start to sink forward into this back leg. Now, if you need a cushion under your knee because your floor is quite hard, that's fine. And we're going to be looking to do a stretch to reach for the foot. If this is too much, I will show you an alternative. For those of you who have a strap, you can use a strap to do this as well. So you can take the strap with the loop, or if you've got like a dressing gown rope, something like that, that's fine as well. And you're going to place it over your foot, okay, to reach. So these are the options you have. You're going to take the left hand down to the outside of your mat, so the edge of your mat. We're going to look over and reach up nice and tall. So just to start off with a lovely stretch. Maybe sink the blade of the foot. So we're going to sink the knee out and coming onto the blade of the foot for me. So reaching up nice and tall. Now, from here, you can either keep that knee out or roll it back in. And we're going to lift this back foot here, okay? So we're going to open the shoulder, open, open, open. You're going to look towards your foot and maybe grab hold of it. Now, if you can't reach it, that's fine. Even if you're here and you're almost there, but you can feel that stretch coming to the quad. Brilliant. If you've got your strap, you can just use your strap to help you draw it in. If it's all still too much, or you find you cramp up almost straight away, which I always used to when I did this, you can come into your quad stretch. So taking this leg in and bringing the foot into the bottom. Okay, so wherever you are. Lovely, ladies. Yeah, well done. Okay, so I didn't need to give the alternative there, that's fine. So reaching all the way back, chest is lifted. So really rotate. Imagine you're drawing the ribs over. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, release. Great work, guys. Like tuck the toes in for me. Press into that back leg. Step back with that right leg for me. Give it another little wiggle. Okay, let's open that leg up a little bit further. So we're going to come into pigeon pose. So from here, take that right knee in again. We're going to draw the right knee all the way to the wrist. Set it down by the wrist. Wiggle that foot up a little bit if you need to. Sometimes that foot gets a bit stuck. And then we're going to slide that back leg all the way back. So again, wherever feels comfortable for you. Now you've got your blocks to hand. If you need to stick a block under your bottom, because it is a little bit uncomfortable for you, that's fine. Okay? If you're fine and you're happy with where you're at, that's fine as well. So back is up nice and tall. We're looking to try and find some length here. So really lengthening up and tall. Inhale. And then if you can, then you're going to exhale and release all the way down. Now that might be, again, just down to your block, forehead on the block. And I'm happy for you to take this position. If you want to go a bit deeper, walk it all the way down. You can come into prayer position with your hands for this. So arms are outstretched, palms together. Nice deep inhale. Opening up the chest and give those toes a little wiggle for me. Just remind yourself everything's okay. Exhale and allow the bottom to soften. Imagine as you inhale, opening up all this air around all the muscle fibers. And then as you exhale, the muscle fibers just going, oh, just releasing and letting go. Inhale. Exhale. This time we're going to walk the hands over to the left, slowly. Just finding a little bit of a deeper stretch as we walk it over. Inhale. Exhale. And then inhale, rise and come over to the opposite side. So just walking the hands over to the other side for me. Coming all the way down. Well done. Just hold it there for me. And this is really great for actually relieving any lower back pain, as well as glute tightness and going into the quads, of course. Good. When you're ready, slowly come back to center for me and slowly start to rise up. Don't rush in this pose at all because you don't want to hurt yourself. Taking the hands to the floor, tuck the toes in behind, push into that back leg, extend that back leg long and lift. Bring it up. Now sometimes we feel a bit numb after we've done that one, so just give it a wiggle. And we're going to go to the side. Okay, so let's take this left leg, draw it into the chest and step it forward. Stick the back knee down. So same principle again. You can use your blocks if you want to. And we're just going to be sinking forward. And then we're going to walk it all the way back. And we're just gently, really gently opening up that hamstring. You find what feels right for you. Sometimes, you know, you might get to that here and you just think, no, I'm good, okay? And there's other times it's like suddenly your body just wants to do exactly what you tell it. So inhale, exhale, inhale. Well done. Exhale, and just really be aware of trying to keep the hips as square as you can. I know that's quite difficult because you're one leg's balancing, but just try not to start angling down to one side too much. Okay. Exhale. Now this time, inhale, let's come all the way forward. And now let's see if we can really sink deeply into that front knee. So we're trying to really get right into this front knee, opening up the back hip flexor. Okay, hold it here. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. And then take those blocks away for me, or you can have them in front of you, it's up to you. And you're going to slowly come back up and bringing the arms up, reach up tall, big stretch, all the way to the sky. Exhale, take the hands back down. Now let's take that left foot out to the side, bringing the hand inside, and we're going to, again, a little bit of a lizard here, bit with the arms outstretched to start with. Inhale, drawing the chest forward, and then exhale, just release gently. And now let's take the hands over to the right this time. So it's kind of a little bit like a twisted lizard here. So we're going to sink forward, and we're going to start to bring ourselves down onto our forearms or onto our blocks, whichever you have available to you. Nice deep inhale. Exhale. Good. Soften into that hip flexor there. And then gently walk yourself back up. Okay, so we're going to work into that quadriceps. Okay, so we're going to draw that back knee up. We're going to look ahead. In fact, keep that foot down to start with, sorry. So we're going to reach up first, grounding down into the right arm. Left arm reaches up high. So just finding that gentle twist. And then if you want to come onto the blade of the foot, you might want to bring your hand down to that leg, opening up. Or if you're still happy to keep the arm up high, that's great. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, roll it back in. So let's bring that foot up behind us. Take a strap if you need it. You might find one leg works, the other doesn't. Sweep the arm up. So we're sweeping the arm all the way behind us. That allows us to rotate the shoulder back, lift the chest up, lift the ribs up, open up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So really open up that chest even more. Exhale and release down. Remember, you can always do that quad stretch instead. Good. Tuck the toe in behind you. Step it back. Down dog. Okay, so coming into pigeon on this other side. Take the left knee into the chest. Look ahead. Bring that knee all the way to the wrist. So we're using that core to bring the knee to the wrist. Bring that foot out and roll the back leg back. Release the back leg. Good. Take a nice deep inhale. Walk it up if you can. If you find you're a little bit more limited on range of movement, don't worry. Even if you're a little bit further forward, that's fine. Inhale. And then exhale, walk it down. So bring it all the way down again. If you want to take prayer, that would be amazing. Bring your hands together. Exhale, release the forehead to the floor. And just see if you can ground yourself to the earth, taking this moment between you and the earth and nothing else in between. Inhale. Exhale. Give those toes a little wiggle. Relax the head, relax the neck. And also when we're here, just be aware, am I starting to sink a little bit too much to the left or the right? Am I feeling quite square onto the mat? You know, and if you do feel things that are a little bit tighter, just be aware of that. And then think about breathing into those areas. So if I'm feeling like, particularly on this side, my glutes going into my hamstring can feel a bit tight. So just think about inhaling into that area. And then as I exhale, just soften, telling my body, I need to soften this area, relax down into this area. Slowly walk your hands over to the left this time. Big little stretch, not doing as much of a stretch because you come across the knee, but finding that stretch. And then inhale, and as you exhale, walk yourself over to the other side. Of course, you can twist a little bit further here, relaxing all the way down, finding that stretch for the lower back. And then inhale back to center. Slowly make your way up for me, taking the hands to the outside of your legs, tucking the toe in, extending that back leg, push into the back leg, and lift up. Well done, good, well done. Nice deep inhale. Pedal it out, exhale. And we're just going to have a little vinyasa flow here. So we're going to bend into the knees. We're going to look ahead. We're going to wave the body up and over. We do this little wave. I love doing this little wave. Bend into the knees again. Sink the bum back. Wave the bottom up and over into that plank. Bend into the knees. Sink the bum back, wave the body over, and just be aware those quads are a little bit on fire. Maybe the toes are really feeling this. Just take note of it. Breathe through it. One more time. Inhale, wave the body over this time, and chaturanga dandasana. So if you have chaturanga, take it. If you need to do knees, chest, chin, that's fine as well. So coming up onto the tops of the toes, sinking into the elbows, releasing the chest to the floor, release the toes, inhale, cobra, and remember, drawing the shoulder blades back. Shake that head off. And I want you just to look over to your right, looking over, hold it here, finding that stretch in the neck. Inhale, exhale, roll the neck down, all the way around to the other side, looking over your shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Good. And release the head all the way down, just looking down to the chest, chin to chest. And then either up dog or tucking the toes in, coming into down dog, okay? So you've got up dog and rolling up into down dog, or just tuck the toes under for your down dog, whatever option you have available. Okay, so you can either jump to the top of the mat or step to the top of the mat, whichever feels good for you here. Back is up tall, long and lifted. Half lift. Nice, deep inhale. Exhale, let's forward fold. Let's find a little bit more depth in those hamstrings. Take the hands behind the backs of the legs, grab hold of the elbows. Deep inhale. Now, as you exhale, imagine drawing your chin down towards your toes. Keep going until you can feel the ribs against your thighs. Good. Exhale, and now shake that head off. Well done. Imagine pushing your bottom up to the sky. So really reaching that bum up to the sky. How are we doing? I know for some that hamstrings can start to get a little bit tight. So don't worry, you can always bend those knees, okay? Take the hands back down to the floor, bend into the knees, sweep the arms up. Inhale, reach to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, ladies. So I'm going to really move this on now, and we're going to open up with a little bit more vinyasa flow before we finish off with our shoulders and neck. So taking your feet to the top of your mat, sweep the arms up tall, inhaling, exhale, forward fold, take the hands to the floor, step or jump back into plank, exhaling into chaturanga or knees, chest, chin, inhale into cobra. Joining me in cobra, tuck your toes in if you wish to, or rolling out into down dog, whichever option is available to you. Bringing it round. Exhale, bend into the knees, look ahead, step or jump to the top. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the top. Exhale, bring the hands down. Samasthiti, hands out to the side, rolling out the shoulders. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Step the right leg back into warrior one position. Inhale, sweep the arms up, warrior one. So toes facing up the mat, pressing into the outer blade of the foot. Inhale. Exhale, coming down, side angle. So we're taking the left elbow to the knee, palm faces up, opening up the side body. And draw the arm overhead. So we're finding that length here. Just hold it there for me. Yes, lovely. And remember, with these shoulders, am I collapsing into it? Press it away. Okay, am I collapsing into it at the top? Press it away, reach. Release, come into warrior two for me. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Step the left leg back. Press into down dog. Take the right foot forward, coming up into warrior one. So taking that right foot forward and then pressing up into the back blade of the foot, nice and long. Deep inhale, good. Hips facing forward. Good. Exhale, coming down, and we're going to twist through the body, elbow to the knee, side angle. Reaching the body up tall, good. Press that shoulder away. Create space between the shoulder and the ear. And inhale, come into warrior two. So arms out long, bending to that front knee. Keep the body tall. Try not to lean too much into that front leg. Weight into the back leg. Exhale, cartwheel those hands all the way over. Step the right leg back. Doing so well, ladies. Chaturanga Dandasana. Exhale. Inhale. Cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice deep inhale. Final jump forward, bend into the knees, jump all step. Reaching out, long half lift. Exhale, bend into the knees, sweep the arms up. Exhale, release. Well done, okay. So final one, we're going to come down to the ground now. Deep inhale, reach the arms up tall. Palms together and drawing it down to heart center. So from here, we're going to slowly sink down towards our heels. Now, if you need to take the feet a bit more hip width apart, that's fine. Okay, and you're just going to start to sink down as low as you can. And you're going to start to come onto the toes as you do this. So you're going to be reaching down into the toes. If you struggle to get that far down, that's fine, don't worry. And then from here, take the hands to the floor. And you can either keep your hands here, or if you want to have a little bit of a balance work here, you're going to slowly lower the bottom down as gracefully as you can. And then from here, take the feet together. So finishing off with Baddha Konasana and a little bit of shoulder work, okay? So starting off with Baddha Konasana, the back is up super tall, opening up the hips, opening up the knees. Deep inhale. Exhale. Good. Just softening down into the hips, into the knees. Now we're going to take a functional fold here for these hips. So rather than just curving the back and forward folding, we're drawing the elbows back. So we're going to inhale, draw the elbows back, and imagine you're pulling your head ahead of your toes. So you're drawing the chin forward. Good, good, good. And keeping that back really flat, okay? Not curving the back, keeping the back engaged. And then maybe taking the hands to the toes. Maybe taking the elbows to the outside of the shins, and now take your forward fold. So don't worry how low you go. If you need to take your feet a little bit further forward, that's fine as well. I don't care if your feet are out here and that feels good for you. That's where you should be, okay? So just work with what feels right for you. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release. Slowly coming back up to rise. Well done. Okay, from here, crossing those legs. You're going to take hold of the right wrist. I'm just going to show you from behind. So back is up tall, chest is lifted. We draw the wrist over to the right side, keeping the shoulders rolled back, finding the stretch through the shoulder for starters, which is your left shoulder. And then we're going to release the head over to the right, okay? So it should be the same side as this arm. And if you want to find an extra stretch, you can draw the chin up towards the corner of the room. So drawing the chin up to the corner of the room, looking out to your left side. Now, the reason we do that is actually it's really good for reducing anxiety and tension. We're releasing stress in the sternocleidomastoid, so this big muscle running down the side. And when we look to the left, it actually helps us to reduce anxiety level. Keep it here, inhale, exhale, and allow the body to soften. Release the head down, bring the head all the way over and finding that stretch in the other side. So this won't feel as intense this side, okay, because the arm isn't over the other side. Just release. And you can just keep it in a neutral position on this side. And release the head down, release the chin to chest. And now you're going to swap to the other side. So you're going to grab hold of the right wrist, draw it across, keep that back up tall. Try not to start to slouch because it's really tempting. Okay, back up tall. And same again, releasing the head to the left side, sorry. Nice deep inhale. Maybe drawing the jaw up towards the corner of the room, looking over to your right. But when I say look over to your right, it's just the eyes are moving to the right corner. And release the head all the way down. And then sinking the head over to the opposite side. Good. Keep that back tall if you can. It gets really easy to almost want to fall asleep like this. So relax here. Release the head all the way down. Relax the arms, just shake them out for me. And because this is a lunchtime session, we're going to stay seated. We can always take meditation in any form, whether it's Shavasana or in the seated position. So back is now going to be up nice and tall. Either cross the legs or you can have your legs up nice and long. I don't mind. So from here, you're going to take your left palm inside the right palm inside the legs. You're going to find length in the back, roll the shoulders back and close off the eyes. Take a deep inhale for 4. Hold the breath and just release through the jaw, open the jaw up and then exhale out through the nose for 4. Just take note of any areas that are feeling a little bit tight and see if you can breathe deeper into those areas for me. So take another deep inhale. Hold. Just see if you can relax in this moment. And then exhale. 2 more inhales and exhales. Opening up the crown of the head. Releasing the jaw, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. Exhaling, letting go. Next inhale, drawing in. Opening up through the shoulders, the neck, the upper back, the chest. And as you exhale, just let it all sink down, release, let go. Soften into those elbows, those wrists. One final breath. Inhale into the tummy this time. Deeply down into the pelvis. And any emotions, any tensions or tightness, as you exhale, let it go, release it. Take your palms to heart center, staying with the eyes closed, bowing your head. Rub your palms together. Place them over your eyes, softening into the neck. And gently flutter open the eyes. Roll the eyes to the left And then roll the eyes to the right. Look up. Look down just with the eyes. Look left. Look right. Final finish, just drawing the head up. Thanking yourself today for this practice. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you found this has opened up your body and your mind and your soul. Namaste. Thank you.